Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Sharing Life Issues with Her Excellency Hajia Ami. I hope everybody's doing well today. May the Almighty Allah and the Almighty God continue to guide and protect all of us. I'm so sorry we were unable to have our episode on Friday because we did have some emergencies at Sharing Life Issues with Her Excellency Hajia Ami. As we all know, I also make it a support group. So I like to make sure that our members' health and wellness comes first. Thank you so much for your understanding. So today's episode would be a funny one. Would I say a funny one? It's kind of funny, and at the same time, it's something that we all can learn from. So remember the last time I did a story on the YouTube live the last time, and we had someone, her name, I'm giving a shout out, by the way, to Susan Williams. Shout out to you. Thank you. You're brave, you're resilient. I respect you for that. She stated, I'll read what she wrote. She wrote that under the comment section of our last live show. I'm going to read what she wrote. She stated, "Hi, Her Excellency. I really love those types of videos. And I especially love real life stories like this one. I can't believe how some men behave towards us. And I love the idea behind raising awareness and sharing the narcissist traits some men have and how we can avoid them. I also have a story about how a particular man tried to use his dick to control me and how I fought back against him, and how everything went totally wrong for him. So many women at my workplace still laugh about it. I would love to share it with you via email if you would like me to. It's a little long to write here, an NSFW. You would also be more than welcome to share it with other women." Then I responded. I said, "Hi, I'm so sorry to hear about your experience. Know that I am here to listen to you. I am so proud of you standing your ground and using your voice." I gave her the strong hand. "You are a resilient woman. I am glad to hear about your feedback. Thank you for letting people / the world know that these are all narcissist traits. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit on the notification button to get notified when I am YouTube live or put educational videos on. Glad that more people are speaking up so the perpetrators can be identified and we wouldn't have more people fall victims. Feel free to share your story and I look forward to hearing from you. Stay strong, sending healing, love, and a hug." And then I wrote, "Sure, here is our email to make it easier for you to share your true life story." So I shared our email address on that comment section. And she stated, "Thank you so much, Hajia. I just sent you an email with my story. I really hope that you would like it. And please feel free to share with other women you may feel empowered by it in any way." So I will go to my email now and read. She wrote, "Hi, Hajia. I have just listened to your awesome Sharing Life Issues with Her Excellency Hajia Ami YouTube video and have loved them so much. Plus, an experience of mine related to one of your episode, which I really hope you enjoy reading." So I'll read all her emails to you right now. She stated, "Hi, Her Excellency Hajia Ami." She put the love emoji. "I just want to start off by stating that you are absolutely amazing and provide such entertaining and hilarious content in your awesome Sharing Life Issues with Her Excellency Hajia Ami YouTube videos. I have really loved all of your content. that I've watched so far. So thank you so much for taking the time to make it and share with all. She put the love emoji. I especially loved your episode called, she quoted, how he used his dick to use me for rituals, in which you shared some of the narcissist traits some men have and how we can avoid them. I really love the idea behind your content in helping out women everywhere against certain men who seem to think that having a penis gives him control over not just our bodies, but our minds as well. I had to write to you with a story of mine about an experience I had at workplace, which your episodes remind me of. It's an awkward story about how I and some other women at work responded to someone who repeatedly said that he had a huge penis before finally sending me unsolicited dick, she quoted, picture or pic. And I thought it will be fun to share it with you. It also shows just what can go wrong if those pictures are sent out, especially when they are unsolicited, and how we as women can join collectively to deflate the egos of such men as well as deflate their behaviors in their entitlement, all because of ownership of a penis, which they expect us to worship, plus them over. So, on with my story. A guy I used to work with used to always brag about having a huge penis. He always looked for an opportunity to talk about how big he was and how so many women were after him because of it. He once said that he had a 10-incher. I'm sure you have come across someone like this at some stage. This all changed, however, when he sent me a dick pic. His pic was close up of his fully erect penis with a ruler right next to it, so I could see exactly how long it was fully erect. He then sent me a message around 15 minutes later begging me not to show it to anyone else and saying that he was so sorry, but I had already sent it to every single one of my female friends by that point. What woman wouldn't have, if only to warn them all about him? It was no accident that he sent it to me, as I found out that he had also sent it to someone else with the same apology, she quoted, to her around 15 minutes later too. I think that some of them needed a really good laugh, and they sure as hell got one. From then on, we kept on making it a joke at our work by measuring various items in the office with a ruler and saying things like, damn, that thing's smaller than I expected. It does not even measure 6 inches, followed by lots of laughter. It was so funny watching him go as red as a beetroot, even though we weren't even talking about his junk. They really do need to understand that if they send unsolicited dick pic, then it's open season for us to send to all of our girlfriends to point and laugh at, as well as criticize and judge. Telling them that it's small seems to work really well in getting them to stop. The dick pic guy left 2 weeks later, probably through embarrassment. Our boss didn't understand what was going on until after he left. Afterward, we told her and she had a really good laugh and said that it served him right. How could we carry on working normally after going through that? The power shift moved totally in favor of all of us women in the office, and the pennies became something which we relentlessly mocked and laughed at. We had a photo of his erect pennies, which was far from anything to boast about. And now the power was all ours. This is now the reason that I considered an erect penny 6 inches or less to be small. So to me, he was a small man. She put 2 laughing emojis there. Do they expect us to react to their unsolicited dick pic with a message of, "Ugh, that's such a nice penis? Is that all for me?" ? Wow, I feel so lucky now. It's so big and such a turn on. Before we magically jump through their screens, desperate for sex, and then jump on top of them? ? Surely they must know by now that this approach does not work, and we are much more likely to show their pics to friends and have a good laugh at them. She put the laughing emoji. I would love to know just how we are supposed to react to men who exaggerate about their penis size before we meet them. And also, how do we deal with a situation when Mr. 10 inches drops his trouser and turns out to really be Mr. 5.5? She puts the laughing emoji out there. Thank you all so much again, Hajia, for your wonderful content and for the entertainment, education, and laugh. It has given me, and I really hope that my story gives you a good laugh or a smile. She puts the laughing emoji. You are more than welcome to share my story and the pics with any other woman who may be inspired and or entertained by it. Have a wonderful day. Love and hugs, Sue. Thank you, Susan. I really had a good laugh. And trust me, a lot of women had a good laugh. Even men had a good laugh in my platform because we talked about this, believe it or not. She wrote, "P.S. If you want to see the pic I received, then I have added it down below just to show how ridiculous his whole approach to me was. If he's so keen on sharing his pic with women, then I feel obliged to help him out. The full message I received from him was simply the word like ? Followed by an image of his erect penis, which I have included below. Shh! A simple hello would have worked so much better for him and kept him out of trouble too. I find that laughter really is the best medicine when it comes to dealing with things. These pictures. Here is the picture he sent to us. I can't stop looking at it and laughing at it." She puts a laughing emoji out there. No wonder that as women, our sense of distance is all messed up when men keep on telling us that this is 10 inches long. So she sends a picture of his dick and the ruler is there with the measurement. But I saw it. I'm looking at it and truly she was right. It was not the right measurement that he had told her. So thank you, Susan. Thank you so much for sharing your story with Sharing Life Issues with Her Excellency Hajia Ami. I had invited her to be on the live show with us. But I do understand it's not everyone that wants to be online. It's not everyone that wants to be live. Because I wrote her back before, when I got the email, I said, thank you for sharing your story with me. I read everything and also saw the pic of his dick. And then I put the fuck sign. Like, you know, like this is wrong. Would you like to be interviewed? I put a question mark. If so, my PA can set up a time and we can talk about your true life story and see if you would be comfortable to join me on YouTube Live to tell the world about your story. I believe a lot of women will be empowered with your story. I liked it. We'll be waiting to hear back from you, was what I, put out there. But she was brave enough to share that story. Not everyone feels comfortable to be out here. It's not everybody that is a public speaker. I get it. I hope you guys got something from here. What did I get from there? It's similar to the stories that I've told here before. And she's right. This was an American guy who did that. I mean, he's white. But the stories I've told you are about black men that are Africans that have done things like that have sent pictures, or they're, married women that have sent things to them. So it's like people are comfortable sending their privates to each other right now, and it's getting crazy. So sometimes women come out and talk, and they think you're lying about things like this. If not because of my ethics, I would have shown you the picture. We are adults. A lot of crazy shit is happening with these perpetrators. Believe it or not, I'll call him a perpetrator because he invaded her privacy. He shouldn't have done that. A lot of men are doing that. Especially our African guys too are doing that. I mean, he's white. Anyone can do that. But culturally, it's what I'm trying to say, that we've not been thinking that this happened with maybe Nigerian men or African guys. Some people will say, oh, it's cultural. Maybe it's a white thing. No, nobody should be sending anyone a picture of their dick if they did not ask for it. And if you guys are not, I don't even see a reason why you should be sending a picture of a dick in the first place. I cannot show you the picture, but that's the same thing that I was explaining with other videos that I did. That's it. A lot of women have all this evidence, but some of them don't have the, chest to say it because these perpetrators have scared them with blackmails that they're like, oh, if I say this, he'll do that. Hell no. You better start speaking because you're saving another woman out there. And as for the women that are upset that you're talking about these perpetrators, it's because they're enabling them. And do you know why they enable them? Because half of them are just married, but they're cheating on their husbands. Remember all those stories I was telling before? Remember I talked about some fools the other time that contacted my family? Yes. Some of them, just like she sent me those pictures, some of them I do have the proof that they really were messing around with each other. That is how crazy these people are. But then they think you are the crazy one. At Sharing Life Issues with Her Excellency Ajami, I always tell my members, there are some people's secrets that I'll take to my grave. Having this space does not mean that you do not have people's secrets. We do have to keep people's secret. Sometimes I listen to a case. Like this afternoon, I got someone that sent me a message and she stated, a lot of my neighbors are on this space. They were the ones that told me to join the support group. I want to tell you my story, Mama, Queen Mother, but I don't want my story there and I don't want to be tagged. I don't want anything. I don't even want you to share my story, but I just want to tell you my story. And I respected that. And I'm going to keep it like that. So, do I know how to keep secret? Absolutely. But who are we telling the stories about? The perpetrator stories. And some might say, what's the need of telling the story? Well, we're telling the story so somebody out there can be safe. A lot of people have become bold, stronger because of me, because of sharing life issues with Her Excellency Hajia Ami. And I'm so proud of that. You know why? Because I'm a Muslimah. I'm a Muslim woman. I'm a Hajia. And a lot of Muslim women are not seen to be themselves, to say it as it is, and be unapologetic. But I am. You might say, oh, we have other people. Well, I'm talking about myself. Any other person comes after me. So, start telling your story. Don't care about what people will say. Oh, I slept with her. You slept with each other. If you didn't sleep with him, he wouldn't sleep with you. Oftentimes, people keep this secret, or they live in pain. Look at that. She told her story. Things like this damages people, believe it or not, sometimes. You guys just think that you do your nonsense. Sometimes it damages people. It could be traumatic for someone, and someone else could laugh it off. I mean, she was able to laugh it off because she was resilient enough to speak up for herself as an American woman and say, you know what? You want to deal with me, or you want to mess with me, I'm going to mess you up. And she made him fire himself from that job because he was no longer comfortable and he had to leave before something happened to him. When an American woman is ready to deal with you, even the devil, you know, even the devil, no go get your time. She used to say, I come out hot. I respect my American women. When they're quiet, they can be quiet. But when they want to deal with you, they would smile and deal with you, and you would never believe they were once in love with you. So, you can be messing around with everybody, but be careful. So, like I was saying, things like this, if she had entertained him, believe it or not, tomorrow maybe he might have used it as a blackmail on her, because he would start asking for her nudes. And before you know it, he will keep the nudes. And if they break up, bingo, he will start saying he didn't even, he was not her boyfriend, but she just let him sleep with her. Even people that are married end up getting crazy after marriage. After their divorce or separation, they start saying bad things. I would like to read this to educate you guys more. You know me, when I talk about our episodes, I always throw other advices in there. So I'd like to educate you more on gaslighting. I put this on our platform, so I do want to share it with you. I stated gaslighting is a manipulation tactic in which a person, in order to gain money power, makes a victim question their own reality or sanity. Are you paying attention? Someone trying to gaslight you may tell a blatant lies / about you, / about others, deny they ever said or did something even though you have proofs. So this is just what we're talking about. Somebody that would gaslight you would deny it. Remember, in that email, she stated that when he was begging, she finally realized that he told her the same lie he told other women. He came back apologizing after 15 minutes, and the same thing was what he did with other women. So he sends it to you, see how you react, and then brings up his stupid apologies when he sees that you're not taking that story. I'll continue reading what I wrote. Make you question your own reality. That's what they do. Use what is near and dear to you as ammunition. So they use even your family. They can use your family against you sometimes, or use your friends against you sometimes. That is why you have to really pay attention and be careful, because these people know how to really get you if they want to be out there to get you. They would wear you down over time because that's what they want to do to you. Throw in positive reinforcement to confuse you. Oh yeah, they will reinforce things and you will be thinking, but it's not true. Use confusion to weaken you. project their own shortcomings or misdeeds onto you, try to align people against you, tell you or others that you are crazy, tell you everyone else is a liar, so that you can stay away from people, so that you would not be told about their nonsense. So they always like to keep things secret. Gaslighting only works when a victim isn't aware of what's going on. Once you become alert to the pattern, it will be easier to combat. That is very true. I wrote another quote, and I'll read that. It states, "Sad generation." Oh yes, I see a lot of crazy shit going on, so I had to write this. So listen up. I wrote, "Sad generation. We are dating people who are busy doing meet up with other people while you are still in the picture. People who are brave to sleep with someone else and come back to sleep with you. They come back and have sex with you after having sex with multiple people out there. Isn't that madness? Craziness?" That's how messed up we are as a nation. I wrote, "We are a generation where alcohol is turned into cool drinks. Relationships are hobbies. Breaking a girl's virginity is now an achievement for some guys. Hurting someone is a joke. Beating up your woman is a discipline. Suicide becomes natural death, and cheating is a part of relationship. Our generation is lost. Always do the right thing at the right time. Last, you all doing this will be all right." That's what I wrote, because it's just crazy out there right now. The things that I see, the things that I hear on a daily basis, it's becoming so pathetic, because you don't even understand how people think this way. I mean, what's the essence of getting married and then be miserable? I don't understand it. I don't get it. I'm going to read something else to you that I wrote. I wrote, "Today we have very unhappy, stagnant, miserable men and women because of who they chose to settle down with. Believe me, you won't know what people are passing through until they open up to you. Until you hear the sad stories from the horse's mouth." That's very true. Most are only trying so hard to put up appearance. The truth is, what you become after marriage has so much to do with the sort of man/woman you marry or get married to. Believe me, some men and ladies you date and marry are enemies of progress that will bring nothing but poverty and misery to you. A good man/woman will build a great life with you. They will support you and make you happy. They will do nothing less than bringing the best out of you. Be mindful of who you date and marry. Life is too short to spend it with a person that makes you miserable. Don't rush for it. My key word: wait for the right one, no matter the years. Get the right counsel and make sure you get it right. Don't look at your age and become desperate. It's better to wait long than marry wrong. Remember that I said that. And I'll read something that one of the brothers stated. And I'm giving a shout out to Babayo Habibu. He stated, "Sermon of the day is this your write-up. Then what's the way out of this misbehaving scenery?" He put a question mark. "This is a collective responsibility for I, you, and we all together to bring it to an end by preaching in the mosques, churches, and in any public gatherings. But the most important thing is to start with own self. Change begins with me, then you, then all. No nation will move forward economically and financially with this bad character of you. No any religion that preach and promote such behaviors, such characters. So you see, and I wrote 100% fact. Change, like I always say, begins with us. We need to be the change, and I quoted, that we want to see in the world. And he was like, I should increase the volume, please. He said, add more volume. And then I said, let's get loud. You know, we laugh, we joke, but we're always serious in that platform. So what are you waiting for? Join us at Sharing Life Issues with Her Excellency Hajia Ami on Facebook. And do not forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel. And we are on TikTok and also on Instagram. So be sure to follow all our platforms so you and I can be the change. I know we always have people that said, oh, their partners made a mistake. What sort of stupid mistake is that? Adultery is not a mistake. You did not mistakenly jump on somebody's bed. It was never a mistake. So I'll read what I wrote. I wrote, adultery is not a mistake. No one falls into someone's bed accidentally. Confess and repent. No excuses. Absolutely. Stop lying about it. Tell the truth. If your partner wants to stay with you, they will stay with you. If they do not want to, they will tell you, au revoir, merci. There are some people that cannot stand being with a cheater, and there are some that cheat as well, so they're okay with it. Yeah, I said that. They are cheaters, so they are okay with it. Some are not cheaters, but however, we have a lot of cheaters that are okay with it. The last piece of advice I want to leave for my young women out there. So listen, and if you're also already in marriage, for people who are single to also listen. I used to preach to people that, hey, it's not about getting married to a rich man or that. Because that was how I was brought up to understand that marriage should not be about what can I get from that person. But I want you to listen to what I wrote. I stated, most times when a woman loves a man with nothing, no education, no job, she should be prepared for gaslighting, insecurities, transfer of aggression. Yes, I said that. Life go just tire you. The women out there running from such situations have learned from others' experience. I wouldn't blame them. I hope you all have learned something from today's episode. That's all I have for you. I hope you all are doing well, staying safe, staying out of trouble. And remember, I would always say sex is spiritual. I know you do want to come, but think about it. Sometimes you're coming and somebody's taking your glory, believe it or not. That is why I tell women, especially, to be careful. And that is why some people do not or cannot stand people that cheat on them. Me personally, I cannot be with somebody that is a public dick. I cannot. So think about it. Don't be with a public dick. Don't be with a public pussy. It's wrong. Why get married? I'll say it always. I don't know why people get married. If you're getting married and you are Folumo is somebody who is everywhere. Ajadubo, like they will call it. You're sleeping here, sleeping there, sleeping there. I mean, I hear a lot of crazy shit about married women now. I don't even get it. I know we used to know about married men doing it, which was like some people made it a normal thing. For me, it's not normal. However, now it's our honorable married women that are doing it too. Where is the society going? Because I don't get it. We have a culture. You might say, okay, some might say, oh, I'm American now, so I should think in an American way. No, I have two cultures. I am American, I am Nigerian, but I have sense. There are some things that we don't just do because people are doing it. Believe it or not, growing up in college, my friends used to look at me like, you don't drink, you don't smoke, you don't even want to sleep around. What the hell do you want to do with your life? So let me tell you something. Life is not all about that. That is not what it's all about. One of them would say, well, she does not drink, but when it's time for somebody to speak and be bold, she would talk like somebody who is drinking. You don't need to drink to be able to be, how would I say it? To be able to speak or to be able to be bold. I don't believe in that. Just be yourself and you'll see that strength coming out. Sometimes you might think copying your friends will help you, but it will land you into trouble. So think again. The last thing I would like to say is be careful. Even married people right now are being careful. Because sometimes you might not know that you got married to a crazy person until when you separate or you divorce, before you find out other things about them. So be careful. It's not everybody that is normal. We realize what pontanisi. Mahokachin sike sakaya. Susuke yo our James. So you have to be careful. What I said in Yoruba and Hausa is that we have a lot of crazy people wearing clothes that you do not know that are crazy until you file a divorce or separation before they really show you how crazy they are. Sometimes people want to be seen as the best, so they would lie. They would lie about things that did not happen. They will blackmail you. But what do I want you to be? Be strong and be resilient. It's not everything that you should react to. Yeah, I'm saying that. Yeah, sometimes that people are like, oh, you're quiet about this, you're quiet about that. I tell them, it's not everything that you need to react to. Sometimes we might have reacted to some things and be like, damn it, what the fuck did I do? I just wasted my time. So I want you to look at some things and be like, this person is not my class. Why waste my time on them? Learn when to talk and when to let go. There are some things that I say. Sometimes I'll say, America, Lomanko Tajatera, together. Some people from Lagos, they just jumped to America. They never knew they would even be here. Like one of my sisters will say, she once told somebody, she was like, go share beer, tiko ba share America, don't go Ajatera together, iboni iru atirimi, tate tumule ma bemi. So, abunda na che anyway. What at wana, tage amaw anyway. And domin America da yake kwashe maukate da mutane ko ina. Shi yasa irinka yake rokana. Mba haka ba, ina zaka gani ka dinga rokana. So what I stated was that one of my sisters stated to someone that who was apologizing to her that you don't need to apologize to me. It's because of America that has everyone coming in with crazy people and okay people. That's why you were opportune to see me. If not, if we're in Nigeria, you wouldn't see me. Not to talk about begging me. So that's all I have for you guys tonight. It's Sunday night. It's a long weekend here. I have a date with my kids in the next 1 hour. So I hope you guys have a good one. I love you. Be true to yourself. And in all that you do, come with clean hands. My mother tells me that every day. I spoke to her for almost 3 hours today. And she reminded me that, didn't I tell you things like this? So always go to God with clean hands. And He would always vindicate you. I love my mama like Kilode. Iyanuura, Yami Yare, Abiyamo Toto. I'm praising my mom because she's a good mom. And may the Almighty Allah continue to guide and protect her for me. I love you, Mama, and thanks for believing in me. Cheers. I know we did not start with a prayer, but I would like to end it with prayer. Bismillahi lazi la yaduru ma ismihi shay'un fil ard wala fis samai wa huwa as-sami'u alim. Bismillahi lazi la yaduru ma ismihi shay'un fil ard wala fis samai wa huwa as-sami'u alim. Bismillahi lazi la yaduru ma ismihi shay'un fil ard wala fis samai wa huwa as-sami'u alim. أعوذ بكلمة الله تامت من شر ما خلق. أعوذ بكلمة الله تامت من شر ما خلق. أعوذ بكلمة الله تامت من شر ما خلق. رب نجني وعلي مما يعملون. رب نجني وعلي مما يعملون. رب نجني وعلي مما يعملون. كل ما كدنا للهرب أدفع الله. كل ما كدنا للهرب أدفع الله. كل ما كدنا للهرب أدفع الله. May the Almighty Allah and the Almighty God continue to guide and protect us. I love you. Bye. Peace out.